I knew you were going to do that. Ife is so petty. Ife, no, it's the on. Ife, stop it.
You know what I mean? I mean, pop on TV. Come on, man. Not Thursday. You don't know that stuff.
You want to breach into, you want to throw carpets for our next topic.
But you don't see that they just play Oxlade video now. You don't see the step. It's not Oxlade and the frenemies. Have you forgotten that song?
Ah, you guys, Ife is not nice.
It's a step. Okay, I should use this song.
Oh my God.
Make I do twe. Will that make you better? Twe.
What is it? No.
Ox, Baba. Oxlade. Anyways, big shout out to man like Oxlade. It's been trending for a while.
Big shout out.
Is it actually a big shout out?
It's a moderately big shout out, but it's a lengthy shout out.
It's a very lengthy big shout out.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so the next topic is on our guy Oxlade. Who's what? Come on, stop it.
We need to censor this PG.
Ow! I can't lick my palm. I don't get Amala.
If your God is watching you.
And he's watching you too.
He's watching us.
And he's watching TEATIME.
I like that.
Alrighty. So the lady and singer Oxlade's bedroom, video that went viral months back has surfaced again to cry out for justice. The lady who reached out to the controversial blogger Gist Lover stated that she never knew Oxlade was filming their pleasurable moment. According to her, she was dating Oxlade at that moment, so it wasn't a case of paid sexual transaction. She frowned over Oxlade's attitude towards her ever since the scandal occurred and claimed that he deliberately released the clips to boost his career. She added that she is willing to share more excessive moments of a singer if it's the only way of getting back at him, as her life has been in a mess ever since those videos, got on the internet.
Wow.
Let's get to woman's take first.
Okay, first of all, when the video first surfaced and she came online, I don't know whether she forgot what she said, but she made a statement that she was in a 5-year relationship. She was in a serious relationship. So she coming out now to say that, she was dating Oxlade at the time.
Did they get that kind of relationship?
Okay.
She was dating him, but he was not dating her.
Well said. That's one aspect cleared. Second of all, I don't understand what justice you're trying to get by still posting more of his videos.
She's trying to get back at him for something we have seen.
I don't understand. Like, you're complaining. Okay, the matter is heavy. It's very, very heavy because I don't understand what point she's trying to drive at. To me, all I'm taking this is just clout. What about the part
that she said she did not know she was being recorded? At least you saw it.
In the video, she was.
You saw it.
Okay.
I mean, like they were passing the phone, say.
Like they were. She
like he was doing his own. She was making. We would give her the phone. She would record.
I don't understand.
How did you do?
Maybe let's assume she was sleepwalking or sleep recording herself and himself to herself. So I don't understand where she exactly.
I don't know, Sha. Maybe the professionals, video directors, maybe we should help us out here because we saw something else. We saw a lady that was well aware of what was going on.
Was even in part of the. I don't know whether it was even like.
But you know what they say, love can be crazy at times. So imagine that, you're in a relationship and then you putting out a tape. You guys, you're creating a tape for each other's, personal pleasure. And then it gets out there. How would you feel? Like, what would you do? Do we now think that it's okay for a man to release it? Something
the funny thing, the funny thing is that this issue has already died down. She just bringing it back. She just read.
She was asking for $20,000. So small. $20,000.
Man said you're so small. No, like I feel like she's trying to use this for her benefit, and she's trying to chase clout.
But like, if a man released your video and you want to drag him to court, how much would you be asking for?
I don't even feel like I will ask for money. I just want you to get punished or locked up, because the money would not change the fact that it's already out.
But I don't think they're gonna put anybody in jail for that. I think it's gonna be like
I can't remember what crime exactly is, but when you post someone's tape without their consent, I think it's a punishable crime or something. But this is with your.
It's punishable, but I doubt if it's with prison sentence
or something like that. Okay, but he on his part, he said he did not post it. He sent it to a friend, and the friend was the one that leaked it, according to our understanding from the previous tape. He didn't post it himself. He sent it to a friend.
So what do you think? What did you think about that? Like, do you even think you should be making such videos to start?
No, you can make a video and keep it to yourself for your later pleasure or something like that.
It
but why would you post it? Or why would you send it to another person?
Well, I don't think I would make a video. It's not like it hasn't been done, but you know, I won't be shocked if someday, you know, if people begin to see things. Because, I will say wait.
Because honestly, in as much as like they said, no publicity is bad publicity, and with she claimed that he was trying to help his career.
His career has blossomed already.
I don't know what career she was trying to. Well, I mean, then again, he's been used for memes. He's been used for, you know, skits. He's been used. And
then he got international views. You know, in the same line, in the same time, and all of that. But man, I don't know. The girl story doesn't just add up. But
it doesn't add up.
The vibe for me, see, the highlight of that voice note that she sent to Gislova was her friend.
What?
You hear that friend? That friend was all saying things in the past and future and present, and if all mix the English together one way shot. You were just talking. Please, can you not help me like that? God no go shame us. Those are the type of friends that you have. You just go I just wanted to assist her because she had not. And I'm like, Auntie, it's how to help your friends. You're making matters worse.
Actually, I feel like she's just worsening her situation. She's just worsening her case. And for the fact that you're now still looking for money, she claims justice. And like the first time when the video came up and everything, and she was crying out that her boyfriend broke up with her, her family disowned her and everything. I feel like if you're to do something like this, you should be able to accept the consequences.
He's on legal terms and all.
Exactly.
He's not showing up. He's not taking you serious. Who doesn't take the court seriously? If you go through the right means, Oxlade eventually listen. Anyways, don't forget you can join the conversation. Let's know what you think about, people that, record their pleasurable moment. Do you think it's necessary in a relationship? 0909-8408-408 is the number to, dial in. But let's move on to the next topic. And this one is on Jada Pinkett Smith, who has revealed that the Smith family is focused on healing after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. In a written statement at the beginning of the Red Table Talk new season, she said, considering all that has happened in the last few weeks, the Smith family has been focusing on deep healing. Some of the discoveries around our healing will be shared at the table when the time comes. Until then, the table will continue offering itself to powerful, inspiring, and healing testimonies like that of our incredibly impressive first guest. Pinkett Smith is back with her mother, Adrienne Banfield Norris, and daughter Willow Smith for the 5th season of their Facebook What Chat show. Red Table Talk returns less than a month after the Oscar ceremony. That's it.
Okay.
What do you think?
Some people, I was reading the comments and the views of her, comments, and they were like, they feel it's a publicity, it's a stunt for or promotion for the season. For the Red Table Talk. No, like the fact that some people felt that way, that it's it's like publicity for it, it's like promotion or something, and I don't see how it is. I was trying to get around it, but I don't see how it is personally. I know I'm not in support of violence or anything, but I personally still feel like, I don't see anything wrong in what he did, even if we don't support violence and whatnot, but that is him standing up for someone that he loves, and that is him defending her honor. Even if the comments she made afterwards were not acceptable, were not just reasonable to my understanding or to my feeling.
So for me, right, I'm a very loyal person, and I've actually, taken some things upon myself for certain people. Matter of fact, I have some scars for certain people. But at the end of the day, they will still be the ones to tell you why.
Did I ask you?
Why did you go that far?
You can go to the moon and back to someone, and they'll ask you. I didn't ask you.
So for as much as we said we were in support of what he did, we love it, was standing up for his wife. Are there better ways he could have handled it? That's all we're saying. Yes, I can remember when we had the lady with alopecia that joined us via Zoom, and she said the most powerful thing. All the analysis, I've seen different analysis from different parts of the world, but I think that was the dopest for me, that he missed this opportunity to educate the world about alopecia. A lot of people never heard of that disease
until
the Jada thing. They didn't even know that was what Jada. They thought it was fashion. Do you get what I mean? Like, that could have been a better way. Imagine him stepping on stage at that time was to go grab the mic and talk about it. Hey, my brother Chris, I think that joke was quite funny, but it's not really funny because alopecia is real. There's thousands of people across the globe, millions of people across the globe suffering from this, and my wife, my beautiful wife right there, Jada Pinkett, happens to be one of them. And I just want the world to know that it's nothing to joke about. We really don't have to make jokes about people because you're making jokes about my wife's trauma. That would have been a powerful speech. If we're now, do you understand? Like, everybody would stand up and give this man a standing ovation, and everybody would have learned something. That was still a man doing what? Standing up for his wife. So, in as much as you want to say, hey, we're standing up for the better ways. Valid.
Yeah, I love this view you came for. I'm just saying it, and I actually love this view. I feel like, he should have done that, because this just contradicts everything I was just about to say, because I was about to defend him and be like, oh, it's very easy for us to sit down and be like, oh, he shouldn't have done that. But like, if it was the other way around, like, would we have actually, because I know personally, one person I don't play with is my dad. And if you ever disrespect my dad, I will come for you. Even if you can tackle me or something. I'm not in support of violence. But I wasn't support of violence, but I would come for you if you ever disrespect my dad, you feel me? But I feel, what you said made more sense, because I was about to say, oh yeah, it's very easy for us to say, oh, don't do this, but the trick, when you're angry, you don't plan to do some certain things. It just comes. That's the power of the devil over people's lives. Once he sees that you're so high, like, he has had, Will Smith has had 20 years of clean, like, he has had a clean, exactly, and all of a sudden this just happened, and everybody's seeing him as a bad guy. Yeah, okay, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have been violent, and I mean, he could have just sat down on his seat and be like, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, or come to him backstage and cleared him, or said, but I mean, I appreciate what he did afterwards by apologizing and whatnot, and but I feel he could have educated the world on her.
He could have handled it a whole lot better, which is why a lot of people are even coming for Jada and saying that she didn't stand by a man. Like, I'm not the type of boyfriend that if my girlfriend messes up, right? Maybe out there I go shield you. I'll cover you. But at the back, you get by the back. I'll see you doing, but what nonsense? Why did you even do that?
And I hated the fact that she said, "Oh, she's not a woman that needs standing up for." Afterwards, and she said saying, like, I was just like, this man had literally.
I don't think she responded to it well, though. I don't think personally. I don't think I would love those responses. But I also respect the fact that they have a real relationship where they can chastise each other, but never any of them goes wrong. So I think that's actually cool. That's fair enough.
So are you like J. Cole said? Are you still a fan of the Jada Will type of love?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Still a fan?
Yeah, still a fan.
Okay.
Still a fan. Yeah,
every time. I left the fan base though.
Why?
No, when I'm giving examples of when I'm giving an example of a relationship that I admire or I love, I would want to, I would not. I used to say them until I got to know.
I don't think they even made that list to start with.
No, it was also on J. Cole's lyrics. Like, he wants that Jada type of love. Yeah, that's.
I know. Anyways, man, big shout out to everyone that is still watching. And of course, let's move on to the next story. A woman has taken to Twitter to allege that her former employer snatched the fiance, and the former employer responded, threatening legal action. Ashley Nwosu claimed that she worked for her boss for 2 years and joined the woman in building from scratch, even to the point of working for free. When the business was falling, she added that the woman paid her back by allegedly slashing her fiance by flirting, firing her, though she didn't call names. Her former boss responded, asking if she can prove the claim she made in court. Ashley tweeted back at her former employer and told her that she can't shut her up. She then threatened to release photo proof. The ex-employer asked her to release photo proof and accused her of being dishonest with funds while working for her.
Okay, I'm just going to say something regarding the topic. Nothing can keep a man except a man that wants to be kept.
Yeah. True.
The issue of snatching, nobody can snatch your man except your man wants to be snatched. So that's just one address. I understand, yes, it's still wrong for you to take another person's spouse, but then again, no one can snatch a person that doesn't want to be snatched or doesn't want to be taken. Okay, yeah, human beings are ungrateful. Yeah, we saw things from 2 points of views. Yeah, she came out and she said, oh, her former boss took her husband, took her boyfriend or whatever, her fiance, after working for her for 2 years and everything. And then the boss came out and said, the reason you were fired was because...
But she didn't even call out the boss. Why did the boss not come out?
She cut her shade. He's like... Yeah, she cut herself actually. If the shoe fits, wear it. So the boss came out and said, oh, that she fired her because she was the fund. She started tampering with the funds and everything. She was not honest with the funds. She started, and we were seeing two things here. Okay, we don't know who. In every situation, there are three sides of the story: your side, my side, and the truth. We should. I feel like in this situation, we should just sit back and watch because we don't know who to support. Yeah, before the boss came out, on the lady's side, oh, why would you take her man and still fire her after she's been with you, even when you weren't paying her, and she had been doing things for you for free, we say paying and this, and she came out and said, show me the proof. She was like, oh, that she's going to bring, okay, the boss also threatened that, can you defend this in court? Can you bring out proof in court? And she was like, you can't shut me up. Like, we saw the saga back and forth between both of them and everything.
Why are you supporting this thing?
In this situation, initially I was with the babe, like the lady that complained about the snatching. But when I got to hear the other side, I was just like, you know what? Let me just sit back and watch. At this point, I'm not even supporting anybody.
Where's the man? We won't see
the man is probably doing the same things, probably just watching and all. Okay, but there was a part where she stated that he sent her pictures of both of them to try to make her jealous. Like that was unnecessary. I think then again, the issue between both of them, it could even be the man that sparked it. He could have been behind, playing puppet, like
Panky.
Exactly. Yeah, he could have been.
I think, like you said in the beginning, like a man that doesn't want to be snatched can be snatched. A man can pass and he could play around and do stuff, but he always goes back home, and that's if he has a place he can call home. Okay. But if you don't give a man a place to call home, of course, that's when people are going to take him away and he will go somewhere else.
But the thing is that why do we say it like men are children, that you have to make a home for him to come and be a home? It's not a child that you have to create a toy for him. Nah, he's a man. Even if he wants to be with you, he would be with you. That's why I'm like, in a situation whereby a woman takes your
a man is very okay. So as for men, we build what we want, which is why we invite you into our world, and you think the world is good enough for you to be in. So as a man, that is the way we are built originally. Okay. So there are things, it's not about the childhood, but there are ways we want things to be, which is why you also have expectations. So if I'm living up to my expectation, I expect my woman to live up to my expectation. Do you get what I mean?
But you know, there's some ungrateful men. It could be, we don't know what happened between them in their relationship. It could be maybe she was doing a lot and then he still wasn't grateful. He had fried rice at home and saw small chops and said still go for small chops or something. I feel like in a situation like that, you don't pin the woman. If your man goes after another woman, you don't even come for the woman because she doesn't owe you anything.
But nobody's coming for this woman.
She came out and said, you snatched my husband. Like he's a toy or he's an item or he's a child. No, you should meet your spouse. If anything transpires between your spouse and another person, you go and meet your spouse because your spouse owed you the loyalty. They were the ones that broke your trust or broke your loyalty, whatnot. The woman doesn't owe you anything. Even if yes, you worked for her for 2 years, you helped her, you did this. See, people. You can, like you said, you can go to the moon and back for someone, or you can take a bullet for someone, and the person will ask you, I didn't ask you. Thank you, but I didn't ask you to.
What's the craziest thing you've done, to keep your relationship?
Let's not talk about that one.
Tell me. No. I'm interested.
No.
What's the craziest thing you've done to keep your relationship?
I'm going to lie about that. So let's
end lie. Lie.
As at now, I don't think I can remember.
Have you done something silly? Did you do something really silly?
I don't want to lie.
Was violence involved?
Yes, but let's just leave it like that.
Alrighty, for me, it was nothing.
It was not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is it that you don't sacrifice your relationship? Or you don't feel
I
like you
just
should?
didn't do. It's not like I knew. I stopped doing anything, and I got my girl back.
You stopped doing anything, you go her wow. Or was it one of those cases whereby you
silent treatment
okay.
is what it is. Anyway, so this is where we draw the curtain, of course, and we say thank you for watching Plus TV Africa's Tea Time. You know, you can join the conversation on social media with the hashtag Tea Time, and remember you can catch up on our previous episodes, including this very one, and our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel on Plus TV Africa Lifestyle. You can also watch Tea Time on Now to TV, and of course in London on Ben Television and Star Times channel 308. A big thank you goes out to my co-anchor girl like Bellama who held me down today. Thank you very much. The entire production team, Tayo, Debola, Funke, and Ajasa, you know, all of you out there, thank you for doing your thing. My name is Ifeoluwa Oshike. Peace out.